Welcome back, fight friends, to another edition of the Mighty Shoutout Podcast. Oh boy, we have somebody who went a little bit viral on the podcast today. Morgane, TinyTank, Pouliot. Thank you very much for doing this today, Morgane. How are you?
Hey, I'm super good. Thank you for having me.
You
How
bet.
how about you? How are you? Yeah.
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
Every year, so this is the weekend. Every year, I drive from Calgary to Kelowna, which is about 8 hours west. And I know it sounds dumb, but I just like this year, I just picked up like 6 boxes of peaches, and I'm already on my way back. So nothing
That's
beats,
pretty crazy.
yeah, nothing beats an Okanagan peach. So it's 6 o'clock here in Sicamous. So once we're done, I'm gonna pack up and drive another 6 hours back home.
Wow.
So I'm a little tired, but excited to be doing this, of course. Now, Morgane, you just came off a massive win last weekend at the RWS.
Mhm.
Let's obviously talk about that. How are you feeling coming off that awesome win?
Still kind of feels a bit unreal, to be fair.
Really?
Because like I didn't think I knew I was coming here, I was gonna fight, but I thought they would book me maybe a low level fight to start on maybe knockout in Raja.
Hmm.
And then a week and a half before the fight date, they like Madame, who's like the owner here, was like coming out of the kitchen and like screaming my name while we were training. And then she was like, "Oh, you have big fight on RWS." And I was like, "Oh, okay," and didn't really understand. And then as the week passed by, I was like, okay, I'm fighting on RWS. Oh, I'm fighting Sevgi on RWS. Okay, interesting. I mean, nobody's unbeatable, right?
Sure.
But I was just like so surprised. And then, I mean, I walked in there like it was gonna be, I mean, I was looking to like win the fight, but I was just like, this is such a crazy experience. And then turns out the game plan worked pretty well. So still kind of unreal. And I mean, I have a already a fight book on RWS for the next time. So
Yeah. So yeah,
yeah.
I was about to, okay, good. So I was about to call you a liar, of course, just playing. But you told me, you told me that if we couldn't do a podcast in Thailand, don't worry, I'll be back September 1st. And then like the
Yeah,
next day, I see you're trying to sell that plane ticket. You're clearly staying in Thailand, and you got another fight September
yeah,
6th.
yeah. So the plan initially was to get me one more fight in August, like the last weekend, so that I would fight and then go back home. But then the promoter of RWS said that the whole month of August is booked, but they were like, we can get you on September 6th for sure. And if you win, then after that, the next fight we could book you would be a bigger fight and so on. But like, we can book you a fight September 6th. So I was like, this is kind of an opportunity not to miss.
Sure.
To add one more week to my trip is not that big of a commitment. So
Right.
I decided to like go for it.
Sorry, now I know you don't have to mention any names, but so you're saying that your September fight was going to be bigger than the last one?
Yeah, so
That was
it's
a big
gonna
fight,
be yeah, it was a big fight, but I think because I won it, it kind of put my name on the map, right?
for sure.
And so the idea is that so they're gonna make me fight at 118, so I'm in the weight category for championship bouts.
Mm.
And I'm gonna fight a girl, but actually, well, I guess it's not public yet because like they don't post it in advance, right?
Sure.
RWS they post it the the week of
Wake
the
up.
fight, but
Right.
nobody told me not to tell anyone. So I'm gonna fight Boachampu, who's like a Thai girl. She's like pretty up there. She's won a couple of good fights. She won against Jada recently,
Mm.
a girl from Australia.
Mhm.
And the idea is that if I win this fight, I'm officially gonna be like ranked in the weight category for championship bouts, and
Let's go.
yeah, and then probably the next step would be to get an even bigger fight. But
Sure.
yeah,
Sure. So how
yeah.
was it? how was it being part of that? Like, I keep forgetting to ask. So the few people that I have interviewed that have fought on RWS, no big deal. I'm just kidding. But the roof, is that distracting at all? Like, do you notice when you're in there?
Not at all. I barely actually. I don't know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about because I went to Raja before, but like I have no idea. Like when you're fighting, you're so focused. I think there's only like your
I would hope so.
opponent and your corner that exists.
I
Like
would hope so.
I
I would
can't
hope
even
so.
hear the crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't be in a big fight and be like, "Wow, that's neat. Look at that dragon up
Yeah.
there."
Right.
How are
Yeah.
you feeling in there with Sevji? Like how was the actual fight itself? How were you feeling? What was she giving to you? What were you giving to her? What was working? What wasn't? All that good stuff.
Yeah. She was like she's definitely strong. Like she didn't get where she is like with by being weak, right? She
Sure.
had some good left hands on her. She rocked me with a couple. I have to work on it because like every time it happens, I kind of smile because I enjoy the fact that this is actually a fight.
Right.
But like every time I smiled was like a good left hand most of the time. Um, yeah, that was mostly it. Everything else was kind of like it was fine. Like the kick didn't really hurt. Like she didn't kick that much. She was pretty weak in the clinch.
Hmm.
And then the spinning back elbows were kind of predictable because that's kind of her go-to thing.
Yeah.
And especially with the fact that we were told that we would get like a 50, was it a 50 or 100,000 baht? We were getting a bonus for a knockout, but like I think spinning back elbows were scoring pretty high in the amount we would get if like you win by spinning back elbow knockout.
Hmm.
So I think she tried to lend them a lot,
Yeah.
and I think I she caught me once, but all the others kind of either missed or like got my shoulder or I blocked.
Yeah.
So
So that yeah, okay. So that one that landed, was it flush or did it kind of just graze you or come off your arm a little bit? I remember that.
yeah, it came off my arm a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like the spinning back elbows weren't what hurt me the most. It's really her left hand was good.
Mhm.
Uh, that's really and like that's the biggest thing I think from that fight. Like I have a little bit of a boxing defense to like work on
Mm.
because that's really I ate some free shots in there, but aside from that, I think we read her pretty well in the sense that we knew that if I was able to like cut her angles and like put her in the ropes, and like really work the right kick, she would kind of crumble down with like the rounds.
Yeah. And and not taking anything away from your win at all, but she definitely like I mentioned on the Instagram live, like I don't know if she's like a little off today or maybe you just did it to her, but
Mm.
when between round one and two, she was already looking defeated. Like she was pretty
I
happy with
yeah,
herself.
I think I hurt her knee in round one with a low kick.
Oh, nice.
Like I made her stumble a little bit, and then I hurt her probably with some hands. But yeah, definitely she like. But that's what people that know her from Thailand told me. It's like she likes to look good and look pretty.
Hmm.
And so like when she like can't do what she wants, she like her mindset kind of crumbles.
Sure. And with no
Yeah.
disrespect to her or anybody else, but that
Yeah.
tends to be the common thing that happens with that kind of fighter is they want to look pretty,
Mm.
but once you make it not look pretty, it really fumbles with their game plan.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Sure. So how was it then at the end? You probably I don't know how it works when you're in there. So did you already because of the open scoring, did you already know that you won?
Yeah, so that's really crazy. Like I remember round one, I came back to the corner and so my crews they were like telling me a lot of stuff, like what to change, what to do. And then the way they were talking, it was like they think I probably maybe I won, but maybe I didn't win the first round. They were like, "Oh, like you need to do more of this, more of this." So like the scoring wasn't up yet, so I was like, "Oh, maybe I lost this round. I don't know," because they're telling me so many things.
Right.
Like they're not saying like this is good. And sometimes that's not how it works. Like, it's like they're not like, "Oh, you did this good, and I'll change this." Like my coach back home, like Ryan Parsons, like he's really like, "Okay, this is working well. Keep doing this." this though, like you need to do more of this and like defense wise, try to fix that. Then it's more like you have to do this and like so I don't know if I did anything right. I just know I have to like change
I know
things,
what I have to
right?
do next.
And then the scoring went up and they were like, "Oh, you win round one, you win round one. Okay. But like do more of this, like do more, do more. Like more kick, more punches, more. Keep going forward, don't step back." And then, so yeah, and then after round two, they were like, "Okay, you win the fight. So round three, make sure like keep going forward, but like her clinch is weak. So like forward box, like kick, box, and then get the clinch.
Yeah,
So it was like, it sounded like you don't need to like take more damage, kind of,
I
but
got you. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice, nice. So how was it
Yeah.
when your hand was raised? How was that? How was that feeling for that particular fight? Were you ecstatic? Were you over the moon? Was it what you expected? Was it who cares next one? How were you feeling after that?
Yeah, I mean, since I already knew I won, it wasn't like the like I guess nervousness that you get back home when you don't know how the judges scored it. So
That's
I was just like,
that's the
yeah,
number
like
one
I
thing.
won.
Sorry, that's the number one thing
Yeah.
I hate about open scoring is the most
Mhm.
exciting time when you're not sure who won. That's supposed to be there, and the open scoring takes that away.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like less nervousness than back home. So it's less like a relief because I feel like when I win, I'm more relieved than anything.
Sure, sure.
So there's not that for sure, but it's like, yeah, it was kind of pretty crazy. Like I didn't realize it. And in my opinion, like that's the first thing I said to some people that are here in Thailand with me. Like I don't think that was my best fight. Um, it was good, but it wasn't like I think I was like it was so intense as an experience. So I was like happy, but I was like I wish I would have done a bit more than what I did in the fight. So
What areas are you feeling that mostly?
like I didn't really let my boxing go, and which is like a big thing. I feel for me like where
Which
I
I've
kind
been
of
talking
just
about
like
for years about your boxing. I've been talking about
yeah
it for years.
yeah like don't get me wrong, I still box and I think my boxing was good and my footwork was good and like I worked my kicks well, which is like crazy because I think I kicked more in that fight than in a lot of my like I don't think I've kicked that much in a fight before, but kind of wish I would have thrown more than like twos and threes, and I would kind of just have relaxed into it, which is like it was hard because it was the first experience and such like a big name, like big
Sure.
opponent. I think I was like very conscious of everything I was doing.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little more conservative than normal. Just you're on a big
Yeah.
stage, big fight. Let's not make any silly mistakes here. I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Yeah.
also want to give a shout out to our Muay Thai World Cup Road to One finalists. Both
Mm.
on the big circuit. You and Taylor, the finalists, fighting on two of the big shows, and you both earn a win within a week. A good wins too. So that's pretty sweet to
Yeah.
see that
Yeah.
come to fruition.
Yeah, she did good, huh? That fight. Like, I love that for Taylor. Like, she finally, like, I think found her groove in the boxing. So, worked well for her, like, in
Yeah,
that fight.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She makes it no secret what she's looking for. She's gonna come get you. So, okay, so
Yeah.
saying that I've had the pleasure now. So I'm a huge fan of Taylor. I'm a huge fan of you. I've probably commentated. I tried to figure this out on my gigantic long drive yesterday. Either 5 of 6 of your fights that I've got to commentate. So I've got to see you live a lot and comment on your
Hmm.
fights. And I will agree that I definitely noticed the kicks on Saturday, last Saturday, and yeah, they were great. Do that more. You had great
Yeah.
kicks. Um, Now, before Thailand, you fought at Capital Punishment, and that was in Ottawa as well, where you became the champion there. I'm trying to
Yep.
remember the date of that. April
It
1st,
was in April. Yeah, April 4.
30. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Um, and then and so well, let's talk about that fight. So first of all, you talk about the smiling thing. It looked like that whole fight you were smiling, but none of that was like friendly hi. It looked like you were completely playing with your food. It looked like the
Yeah.
smile of like I hate to say it this way, the smile of like bitch, you're not going to do anything to me. And your boxing, I'll tell you what. I after that fight, I went back. I'm not even joking. I went back with my guys, and we started working the jab like you. Um,
Mm,
there's very few people in all of Muay Thai, especially in our country, that I know we talk about your boxing, but I mean more specific that jab as well as you do.
mm,
And I know I've said it, and I know you've commented, and I rarely see people in combat sports with two educated hands, which you definitely have. You have the left hand and you have the right hand.
mhm.
Tell us about that fight in Ottawa. That was my first time going out there and working with Capital Punishment. But that was a beautiful win. It looked like you just kept her in like second, third gear all fight. How were you feeling about
Mhm.
that win?
Yeah, that was definitely, I think I went into that fight with, I was hungry. Like, I had not fight since Road to One against Taylor.
Right.
So, and then I think I wanted to, like, I, I took that fight and I came back to fighting like this year with kind of just the desire to, like, to fight and have fun,
Mm,
which I think I, like, kind of lost track of at some point.
sure.
Um, and I think that fight for me meant so much because of that, because it was kind of a like I'm doing this and I'm doing this like only for the pleasure of being in the ring and like letting it go and like doing the sport that I love. And like there's nobody that's gonna stand in my way of that like ever again. Like this is what I want to do. And I mean Janine is like a talented girl. Like she's
Sure.
amateur. I was like walking into that fight really ready for like I got ready for a war because and I was like I've been out like for more than a year. Like I have like I don't remember how it feels necessarily, to
Mm-hmm.
get hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if I get my round of sparring and it's like so different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was like fully ready for the fight. And then I mean I think I was the better fighter that night.
Clearly, no
Um
disrespect to her, but from the
mhm,
commentator's point
yeah.
of view, she couldn't touch you. She would try to get a hold of you,
Mhm,
and you were gone. Like
yeah.
that was
I
damn
think
near
definitely
flawless.
something clicked like in this year with like a lot of the things that I've worked on before and the things that I've worked on coming back in. Like I feel my footwork, my ring control, and kind of just like, and I also think the weight is something that we forget, but like being in the right weight class makes a whole lot of a difference.
Yeah, for those on
Um,
the outside, you'd think, who cares what's 3 pounds, 4 pounds? But when you're a fighter, it's everything,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, and like fighting. I mean, I do it again because I at the end of the day I just want to fight, but I walk at maybe 128, 129, so it makes no sense for me to fight at 125.
Yeah. Yeah. But like you
So
said, you take
yeah,
the
so I think
opportunities where you can, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But like I think that fight was kind of like a realization where in the past year, the year before that I fought at 125 and then I stepped in the ring, we were 121 and like I'm like, oh, I'm actually like pretty strong at that weight, like
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Very true. Now, so from April, May, June, July. So you took a year off, but and I do want to talk about that. But before we do, you became the Capital Punishment champion. You
Yeah.
became the WBC tournament world champion, and then you have
Mm,
a debut win against a. Now, I'm sure you've seen it too. And here's how I've been explaining your fight on the RWS before I move on. Is in my opinion, you weren't supposed to win that fight. Um,
no.
yeah,
Yeah. No.
I saw all the RWS social media, and the first thing blasted in capital letters: "Big upset, big upset." You
Hmm.
weren't supposed to win
Hmm.
that, so
No.
good for
Yeah.
you. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, so those are three massive things, within 3 months, coming off of a year off. My first question before talking about Italy is, were you looking at maybe calling it a career, or were you like, no, I'm just going to take some time off?
In I think it's in March, maybe in March or 2024. I told my coach that I was planning on fighting for at least the next 5 years, possibly
Not fighting for
retiring.
5 years.
Yeah, I was fully retired.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. That's fair to say.
yeah. Um, yeah, decision that I took. And then, yeah, so I was retired. I wasn't looking to fight again. Uh, and yeah, but in November, I I was like, I can't, I need to fight again. So,
Nice. Well, and whatever
yeah.
break was needed and whatever happened during that time, I mean, I see a different Morgane even in the last couple fights since your comeback, and it exactly like you described. You look happy to be there. You look hungry. You look
Mm,
determined, and maybe and all fighters go through it instead of like, yeah, I'll take a fight, and you kind of go through the motions, and yeah, I guess, and yeah, I guess, and yeah, I
mm.
guess, and maybe that little bit of break is obviously needed. Obviously,
Yeah, that,
you've been killing it.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think like it was a weird time where the relationship I was in was kind of weird, and like it made fights feel like sacrifices. Fight camp feel like such a burden that
Mm-hmm.
I lost, and then I was given an ultimatum, and I took it, uh, and then that year was good just because it gave me the opportunity to take like a step back, I think, and then yeah, and then I stopped training pretty much. I trained once or twice, and then I kept like coaching people, and then the relationship ended, and I felt the need to come back to the gym, and just for fun, just to like get get it out of me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started missing the fighting, but I was like, oh, maybe it's just like the emotions. And I saw a video of me cutting weight, and I was like, oh, I miss that feeling,
That's the
that like,
craziest thing I've ever heard.
I was like, I miss the day before cutting weight and being like, this really sucks, but I can't wait to get in the ring and do it.
Yeah.
And and when I felt that, I right away I texted my coach. I was like, I think I want to fight again.
Nice.
So yeah,
And I'm sorry, what's your coach's name again?
Ryan,
Ryan. Yeah,
Ryan
sorry.
Patch.
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't want
Yeah,
to mess that up. Sorry, Ryan. I apologize.
yeah.
How did he feel about you coming back to fighting?
Ryan is a very wise man, like in the sense that, and he knows me very well. So first thing he did was he asked me why, and so I like explained to him kind of what I felt, and I was like, my last my last 2 years before I took the year off, I was like, I only if I fight, I want to fight for money. I don't want to fight amateur anymore, and it was kind of like it has to be worth it type of
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I don't care. Book me a fight. Amateur, a smoker, kickboxing, Muay Thai,
Ooh,
money, no money. I
the
don't care.
itchiest of
I
knuckles,
just
hey?
want, yeah, I was like, I just want to fight. I just want to feel like that feeling again. Yeah, like I've told some friends like right now all I want is fight and be happy, and so far so good.
So far, so good. Yeah, let's keep that rolling, hey?
Yeah,
Hey, so how
yeah,
going to Italy representing Team Canada and obviously coming away with a gold, but how was that whole situation?
it was fun. Big tournament. I really wish, and I told I forgot his name, the guy from MMA Journal.
Taylor, my man Taylor Weeb.
Yeah, Taylor. I
Shout out to
told him
Taylor.
yeah, I was like, I wish there would have been like more girls in my weight class. I
Mm,
was really looking for more than a fight.
right.
I ended up only fighting in the finals. And I mean, I saw the two girls fight in the semi, and I think I could have taken any of them twice and still get the same result. Uh, but I still it's like a bittersweet type of
Sure.
win where
Sure.
I knew even if I would have fought in the semis, I would have won in the finals. But I wish I would have fought in the semis just
Right.
to be like I won gold and I fought twice.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I still won in the finals, and
Right.
I think I would like I went in the finals like okay, I didn't fight yesterday. I need to win this fight, not just by an inch, you know.
Right.
So there's no doubt, and I did. Like I
Yep.
finished around the fight in the round. So yeah, so that was pretty crazy, pretty fun. I would do this tournament again.
Yeah.
I love tournaments. And some people don't like him. I love it. It's like such a fun experience. Like it's so high stress, high like
So many variables.
energy. Yeah, and like we were a lot from my gym, we were a lot of people, so it's like a lot of like dealing with other people's nerves and your nerves and like finding your bubble and all that. So I think
Right.
it's very building for fighters.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree because sometimes you just got to roll with it. Hey, we got
Hmm.
Terry over there. Oh shit, Dougie's over there too. Oh shit, right? And
Yeah.
you got to listen. I know I'm not your normal coach, but we're gonna figure it out. Like that's
Yeah.
fight game. It doesn't all. It almost never goes the way it's supposed to. So you
Hmm.
have to
Yeah.
figure it out as you go. Yeah, I agree. And for that reason, as a coach, I hate tournaments. This is what we
Yeah.
do. This is how we do it. And then something happens. Like shit. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I had two fighters go as well. Something I was gonna say though too, like, and this is what I say to my fighters and others as well. But for example, you had one fight, and it's bittersweet, and I wish I would have had a semifinal. But the same with that and close fights or fights that you win that people thought you should have lost. That has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
You did your job.
No.
That has nothing to do with you. You went out, you fought.
Hmm.
As far as who decides who wins, that's not my job. I did my job. So
Yeah.
hey, you went there, you came to fight, but I get it. In your head, you're like, man, I probably have like 33 people in my division. I'm gonna have to fight 6 times a day for 6 days,
Yeah.
and then you get there, you're like, oh no, you're in the finals. And you're like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. And
a
it's
little
like
more.
and it's a challenge on its own when you only fight once in a tournament. Because you kind of have to stay in shape, right? You
Right?
can't just not train for the whole tournament. Like it's 5 days of no training. That makes no sense. Like
Yeah,
so, I think like that's also a challenge when you only fight on the last day.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I think it's so funny you say you don't like tournaments as a coach because for me, for the girls, at least at my gym, I'm like I want to go to tournaments with them just because it's so hard to get fights as
Very
women
true. Very true.
back in Montreal.
Very true.
That, in my opinion, to get experience, the easiest way for a woman to do it is to go to tournament.
That's a good call.
Um,
That's a good call. I agree
yeah.
with that. I agree with that.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it's sort of um almost let me talk about our scene out here, but otherwise it's kind of like the same 6 7 8 women who just kind of
Yeah,
fight each other, you know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like and it's tough in Montreal because we have K1 now that's legal, so that's pretty good, but we can't do Muay Thai. So to do Muay Thai, you have to go outside of the province. And on amateur shows, like the promoters, they have to pay their bills, right? So they're gonna book people that are gonna like sell tickets. And if
Right.
you're out of town, they don't know if you are gonna sell tickets, you know?
Right.
And maybe you sell 4 tickets, but what are your 4 tickets worth, you know? It's
Yeah.
like so it's harder, I feel, to get fights for people outside of the province. So we only have this scene in Montreal, which is very new. So
Mhm.
because it's very new, there's maybe like 5 girls right now fighting, you know, like
Yeah. Yeah.
which is nothing.
You want to
So
fight her again for the fourth time, or kind
yeah,
of
it's
becomes
like
that a little bit.
yeah.
So are you kind of helping lead that charge then? If it's new and there's tournaments and things are springing up in around Montreal, are you kind of help leading the pack of having a female fight team or fighters?
I've been trying.
Good for you.
Yeah, like I've been trying at least to make the community stronger and maybe make it more accessible. At our gym, we have a good like team of good high level women, and I think it's a team effort. It's
For
not
sure.
a one person job. Like our gym is just very good for women in general. And then it's like kind of you attract what you show type of thing where we already have a good base. So then women come to the gym, they get like they feel welcome and then they see it's possible. So then they get in the fight team. I think it's
Right.
like kind of it has like a ripple effect. But I've
And,
been doing like open women's sparring to kind of open it to other gyms. And then I think it gives like ideas to other girls from other gyms to try to do the same and like try to get the community growing from there.
right. Well, and I don't know you personally per se, but what I do know of you is you're a very nice person. You're very normal. You're not uh, a caged animal. You know what I mean? So
No.
so you're somebody. You're a woman for the other women. You're a fighter, you're a coach, you're technically good, and you're nice and welcoming. Like you're the
Mm,
perfect representative for that, in my opinion. It's not just
mm,
I'm a woman who does kickboxing, but like or Muay Thai or whatever, but like I'm an actual fighter. I'm out there living the dream. I'm chasing the big fights. I also coach, and you happen to be a nice person. That's a nice combination to
mm.
follow. You would obviously make it easy for women to follow something like that. So uh leader, I guess, is what I would say. I would think of you as a leader. Uh, and if anything, there's a lot of people who like to bark, but there's not. We need more leaders doing that, and so I think that's perfect for you and for
Yeah,
everybody.
thanks.
I think you're a good role model in that sense.
Mm.
Um, Now you're training. You're still in Thailand, and you're training at the notorious, for every reason you can think of, notoriously famous, notoriously hard, notoriously old, notoriously accoladed gym, Keu Samrit Gym in Thailand. Uh,
Hmm.
very very famous gym. In my mind, it's still one of the few old school gyms that you still hear about. There's not many anymore. Uh,
Right.
I've only heard the in the correct way, but horror stories, as in like it is hard training. There is no messing around, and don't ever be late. Tell us what it's like training at Keu Summer Gym.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, I've been coming here since 2018, I think.
Nice.
So they know me well. Like I fought for them now 7 times. But what I like with Custom Red is that it's not just a good gym. It's also like family based. Like it's small in a certain way where it's like
Right.
known, but not really. It's not the gym that most tourists would go to.
Right. Right.
Um, so we are a lot of phalanx, but we're not like crowded every day
Nice.
by like people who are just here to get the Muay Thai experience. Like
Right.
a
Get the
lot of
pictures.
us are here to actually train. A lot of us are here to like get fights, and so I think that like makes it better in that way. And
Sure.
then
It's a
it's
fighter's
such
gym.
it's
It's not
a
a tourist gym.
exactly,
Yeah.
but because it's small and it's kind of a family gym, they really take care of you, which
Nice.
is like it's like so I'm not talking about the trading now, right? It's like it's kind of just the feel of the place. Like we live here, we eat here.
Yeah.
When they book a fight, they really make sure that it's fair and it's good opportunities. That's why when they booked me against Sevgi, like yes, it's a big fight, but I know they booked it knowing that I would do good, even if I didn't win.
Right.
Like I wasn't gonna get there and get KO'd in my first round.
Right. Right.
Um, like they're like very for that I think that's why I've just always came back. It's just like they treat you like you're part of their own. And then as far as turning goes, I've not gone to other gyms, so I can't really talk shit. But people
Well,
that I know that I've gone to other gym have like consistently said that the training is harder at
sure.
and that not just harder, just like people the crews are looking at you while you train and giving you attention, giving you feedback, and like really like being, it's like it's gotta be good. Like if it's not good, like they're gonna tell you. And like if you have the chance or if they're unlucky, like if you're lucky, I would say, but sometimes it feels unlucky to be liked and like by Ajaneng, which is like the oldest crew here.
Mhm.
You get physically smacked for not doing a good job. So
Right.
um, yeah, so like training is definitely hard, but mostly it's like it's just a gym I feel that's like even if it's like old school, it because it's old school, it's very good for the people that come here that want to fight.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit of like a TLC, tough love. You're gonna train super hard, but we still love you. Don't worry.
Hmm.
After you.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And so after your break from last Saturday, how long of a break until it's until you knew it was time to get back on the pads and back to action?
So they told me, I think Tuesday or Wednesday that I was gonna fight on the 6th, but they were like, that's the thing with Thailand is it's like a fight camp is 3 weeks, you know, like you don't have that like long fight camp. It's so like I just fought, so they expected me to take this week easy. I came back. I did some trainings like Wednesday. I trained in the afternoon. I trained like Thursday, Friday. I trained yesterday. I just didn't do like the 2 trainings a day, and I kind of like did some just like the runs and just to kind of keep my body active. And then next week is like fight camp.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, so I learned like Tuesday or Wednesday
Okay.
that I
Nice.
was fighting. Yeah.
Beauty. And I know you said this, but that's again on the RWS, right?
Yeah, RWS at 118 and yeah, Bois
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Who's like yeah.
Awesome. So what's the plan when like you come back home? So let's say you come, I'm just going to pick a random date. You come back September 15th. Are you already
Mhm.
looking to get back to Thailand to train, or how does that work in school or anything like that? What happens when you're back?
Yeah, so right now I'm doing a master in sports science. So
Cool.
definitely when I'm back, I have to go to school. I'm already gonna miss the 2 weeks. So but a master is a bit different in the sense that I have some classes, but I mostly have to read articles and write stuff and then do some data collection. So my plan when I come back is to hopefully get one more fight, maybe, but yeah, I don't think 2 is doable, but I want to get one more back home. We've been talking with Kieran for a
Oh,
WBC belt
beauty.
for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Still
suppose.
don't have a date, still don't have an opponent, but I know he has something in mind. I just wish we already knew. I really wanted to fight Kate,
Mm,
but I think she's getting married soon, so I think she's focused on that right now. I don't really know. Um, but yeah, so hopefully a WBC Canadian belt. I was offered a fight on Warriors Cup against Amy Duke,
cool.
but it was September 16, so it didn't really match with the dates that I was gonna come back.
Mm,
Uh, but that would be a great fight. So I
agreed.
hope Warriors Cup's gonna reconsider the date and like maybe do it on their show in December.
Beauty.
Hopefully, I would
Hopefully something
really love
happens
that.
November with the Muay Thai World Cup and you get to do 2 fights before the end of the year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Nice.
that'd be
But
yeah.
but but we kind of run into this same circle like you talked about, where there's at this level there's just not very many women out there in our country or around, right? Like it.
No, yeah.
Unfortunately, that is the reality. And who the hell wants to fight you? I wouldn't want to personally, but so oh, sorry, we're a little frozen here. Oh, sorry, Morgan, we got you a little weirdly frozen here. First time during the podcast. What are we at? 39 minutes. No. Morgan, can you hear me? Arr. Oh, you're there. Are you there? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi got a little silly there for a sec. I'm sorry. Okay, I think we're back to normal. Um, so
Yeah.
can you explain what how did you find Muay Thai? Where do you train? Where do we call home? And how did you come into Muay Thai? Oh, wait. I'm
So
so sorry.
I
I'm so sorry. Sorry to interrupt. Listen, I keep seeing a forehead with letters and eyes that keep staring at me. What are you wearing?
oh, I'm wearing it.
This guy's
It's a
eyes keep
red hot
staring at me here.
it's a red hot chili pepper shirt that I bought in Thailand.
Okay. I see the letters, and every
Yeah.
once in a while, this eye keeps
Yeah,
staring
yeah.
at me. What the hell's going
Yeah.
on here? Okay, I
Yeah.
gotcha. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue on.
My bad. Yeah, I started. So my first ever combat sport, I would say I did 6 months of English boxing when I was 16.
What's English box?
Um, well, I guess it's because
Just
in French
boxing?
we say boxe anglaise. Yeah, just boxing.
Okay.
In
Okay.
French we say boxe anglaise. Like I don't know why we call it English boxing, but in
Okay.
French
I got you.
it's but
Translation.
yeah. So yeah, just boxing. I really loved it just back like in Quebec we do like we have what we call cégep, which is kind of like in between high school and university. And I was finishing high school, did a bit of boxing, and then I started cégep, and then kind of I wanted to stop. And when I moved to Montreal in 2014, a bit of kickbox. Got a first exhibition fight in
Mm. I apologize, Morgane. I'm having some Wi-Fi issues here again. I can barely enter. You're turned into a robot now. You're frozen. All right, ta-da! We're at a new studio here. We're back with Morgane. Morgane, I apologize for the Wi-Fi there yesterday.
No worries.
I'm glad. Thank you for taking the time to finish this up. Now, obviously, I'll fast forward all this good stuff. I'll chop it up. So, we were at. You were in between high school and I forget if it was university. Um,
Oh yeah, it was between the cégep because like yeah, because in between high school and university in Quebec, there's what we call cégep, which is kind of uh like a 2 to 3 year, sometime more school process. Anyways,
wait, okay, you know
um,
what? I know this has nothing to do with fighting, but let's talk about this for a sec. Like, I'm still, I don't understand. Like,
yes. So it's like so cégep is kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but like clearly, but it's kind of a undergrad, yet it's not university. So you can get out of there with like what we call a technique, which is basically a 3 year program. You have some philosophy classes, French classes, English classes, and then something to learn like I guess a trade, or you can become a nurse from this. You can become like a technician and something, or you can do it in what we call social studies, like human studies or natural science. And if you want to go to university in a science program, you have to do natural science because it's you're gonna get like calculus and like a bunch of science classes. But if you want to go more into the arts, you do a human study type of
I
program.
see. So, is it almost kind of
Yeah.
like before you go to university, like if this is your field, you kind of get a little teaser of it here
So
before you go?
yeah, so you kind of have to go through it to go to university. There's other ways to go to uni without going through necessarily CEGEP, but it's kind of a prerequisite. And a lot of times it's like it's you're between 17 and like 19 when you're in CEGEP. So
Yeah.
it's yeah,
So I
so
was
it's
just
kind of
thinking that. So you don't get to
Huh?
university. You don't get to university till like in your 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. That's
And it's actually pretty great because it lets you kind of time. It's a good time to figure it out, I feel.
sure.
Yeah.
Huh. Cool. I had no
Mhm.
idea. So,
Yeah.
so in your story, was it in that spot that you found Muay Thai?
No, so I what I did is I did boxing when I was like at the end of my high school, and then because I started Cégep, I kind of stopped. And then I moved to Montreal for university to start a philosophy degree. And when I was in Montreal, I just wanted to get fit, so I like found a gym that was doing kickboxing about like around December 2015, I think. And then in that gym they also had Muay Thai. So I thought I was like kind of cooler because of the elbows.
Mhm.
And with and so that's kind of like my first introduction to Muay Thai. It was like a commercial gym. So I did my first exhibition fight with them, I think in April 2016. And after that, it took me, like, they didn't really book me another fight for about 6 months. And I had a friend that was training at Apex Martial Arts, which is the gym I'm at right now,
Mhm.
who told me, hey, like, your gym, it's not a fighter's gym, it's a commercial gym. If you really want to fight and, like, you should come try my gym. You should come to Apex. And so in December 2016, I switched gyms. I fell in love with the place. I just thought it was like so much more a good vibe. Like it was a little bit smaller, but a lot more like I think fighter focus.
Mhm.
And then a month later, I had my first smoker with them. And then since then, I've just like fought. But yeah, so
Hmm.
that's basically how I found Muay Thai. Yeah.
And the same questions I always ask people are, so number one, like, what is it about fighting? Like, what do you like about fighting? Why fight, not just do it for fun?
Good question. I never know what, because I've been asked that question multiple times, right? And it's like, it's hard to explain
Mhm.
to people
It
why
is.
you love fighting. I just feel it's like the realest feeling I've ever had. And that's kind of an amazing feeling. Like I remember my first fight, and I always tell my students, like you always remember your first fight, and it's like you live this experience one time. You get a first fight only one time.
Right.
And it's just like that kind of you're kind of forced to be calm in the chaos, and it's very raw and real, and there's no lies of
Hmm.
like it's like you're either the better fighter or you're not, and there's no lying to yourself
Right.
once you're in the ring.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that very like no bullshit type of feeling of like did I do what I needed to do, and kind of like you get into that survival feeling of like it's either me or them, so I gotta just like really push hard. I don't know.
Yeah. No,
That's
I hear
like
you. So I remember being, a young man 600 years ago, and
Mhm.
even dating others, and they would say, why do you do this? And I came to the conclusion, I'm like, there's no point even answering that. You won't understand. Like it
Yeah.
I can't explain it, but I can tell you that it's for me. Like,
And I can't. It's like it's addictive, like that feeling, that fight day feeling. I feel. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Don't get me wrong. I don't miss it at all. I'm glad it's over, but but I definitely hear what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
um as I've explained several times, it's if you want to know the questions you have about yourself, you'll find out in the ring.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
everything you want to know, you're going to find out in there in your underwear while
hmm
everyone's watching. It doesn't get any more
hmm
raw and real and honest than that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So my other question is, at what point in this journey did you decide, hey, you know what, I'm pretty good at this?
Um, I mean, my first exhibition, like my first fight, is definitely where I was like, yo, this is crazy. I want more of this. I think it took me a while to like really be like, okay, I think I can, like my life can be about this. Just because it's like I don't think anyone ever tells you when you're younger that like you can fight for a living or
Yeah.
just like be in martial arts for more than just like a hobby.
Right.
Um, but it didn't take long. Like so, yeah, that first fight, and I got beat up pretty bad on that first fight. The other girl I fought was like had a year of Muay Thai in her, and I had like 4 months. But I just like really enjoyed it. I don't know, and since then I've just been trying to like keep getting that feeling, I guess, of like it just made me want to train more, and then it became my whole life, and I think it just naturally became like a goal. And then I think it's like every step of the way you get a new goal. So like at that point I was like, oh, maybe one day in my life I'll get an amateur belt. That would be cool. And then a year later that happened, and then and I fought in Thailand, and then I was like, oh well, maybe one day I'll be pro, and it's just like every step of the way you get that, I guess, added goal, and then it
Right.
becomes, yeah,
Take it a
just
bite at a time.
naturally.
Hey,
Yeah.
what shirt you rocking today? I could see eyes yesterday. Now I can't read that. What does that say?
So I don't know what's written on there, but it's a
North
shirt that
Strong.
was given to me. It's like a company. Oh, I think it's True North
Strong.
North Strong.
Yeah.
I don't know. True North Strong, like North Strong. It's a brand that's based in Saguenay in the province of Quebec. Um, it's like a new brand that they gave it to me.
Nice.
Shout out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to True North Strong.
Yeah.
Hey, I also wanted to go back. First of all, can you tell us so what is your record in combat sports?
So right now I'm 16-10, and I got like six smokers. So.
Nice. Okay. And what titles, accolades have you won?
So I've won the Montreal Fight League, which is the league in Quebec City. At 115, Muay Thai champion. I fought twice for that one
Hmm.
and won both time. I won recently the capital punishment title at 54 kg, and then I have the WBC world medalist um,
Right. Which you won
that
in
I
June
got.
there, end of June. Nice, nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's go back to now, along with those accolades, I believe also in Canada, I could be wrong, somebody will correct me. You are the first female, I believe, to fight in 4 ounce gloves, 4 ounce Muay Thai, correct?
Yeah. With Anna Stockholm, who was my opponent,
Right,
right?
Hannah Stockall, right. That's
Uh,
right. Shout out to Hannah. So and
yeah.
again, while I explain this, we're talking, I don't mean any disrespect to Hannah. We're talking about you. So I apologize, Hannah, if
hmm
you feel disrespected. That's not at all why I'm doing this.
No.
Now, in saying that, so that first fight. Now, before that, so that happened on a Saturday fight night. Friday, the night before, everybody was gone. I'm the commentator, whatever, and I put on those little gloves. And I swear to, I'm not even lying. I swear I put them on and I went like this and touched my jaw 2, 3 times and went, "How the hell is this legal?" And,
Yeah.
and
It,
then the
it,
first fight we see with 4 ounce gloves is you and we were watching Hannah's face change in real time, like how
uh,
it looked. And I promise you, I was like, the destruction you caused. I was like, I think we screwed up here, guys. I think this is a bad idea. I think this is a terrible idea. Please tell me,
hmm.
what was it like putting those little hands on somebody and watching their face look different second by second?
I think like in the moment you don't necessarily realize what you're doing. Like I think it's more like exhilarating. I love fighting. I love like I guess hurting people, which sounds completely mad saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Um, so like for me, it was more like a very exciting feeling. I think this 4 ounce gloves, even if you don't have boxing power, they're gonna do damage. Um, So like definitely if you put some like sauce behind it, like you're gonna like create some like not permanent but like long lasting damage
Sure.
on someone's face. Um and like I don't know, it's just I loved it. Like it's like it's definitely I was talking with one of my friends who does MMA and he was like doing Muay Thai with 4 ounce gloves, it's crazy because you basically don't like you don't have to be afraid of like getting like taken down, right?
Hmm.
So you can just set your feet and throw
Let it go.
and not and let it go and not care. And it's pretty crazy. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
it's true.
I agree. And in
Hmm.
saying that, by the way, Hannah, you were part of that history. You also shared the ring with Morgane and were part of that.
Hmm.
And I know he was a little bit out of her weight class, but I mean, no disrespect,
Yeah.
nothing but admiration for her as well. Anybody who
Hmm.
went to do that, I mean, crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Now, uh, on the other side of that, so in the finals, you fought Taylor, and again, it was a rematch. You guys had a few years behind. How are you feeling in that fight? So it was the finals. Was there pressure? Did you feel any pressure that you put on yourself or anyone else?
Hmm.
But how did the finals go for you? Obviously, you didn't win. That's
Um,
fine, but I mean, like
yeah.
just in general.
It's so very frustrating fight for me in a lot of ways. It was a weird time in my life, I think. And it was like I I don't think I trained hard enough for that fight, which is completely crazy and quite honestly like kind of shameful, I think. But I think I was like in a really weird place where I was like feeling really guilty for trading and like doing what I love. So I kind of like I don't think I trained enough. I don't think I trained hard enough. And Taylor basically gassed me out in the first round.
Mhm.
Um, and then I couldn't do anything. And I didn't get hurt from the fight, but I just gassed out, which is
Mhm.
like, I, it took me a year to rewatch the fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is like, so it's the first time I've never done that. I usually, like I remember when I fought Hope Quinn for the belt in Calgary.
Mhm.
Like I lost that fight, but I was really proud of me for that fight. And like I rewatched it not even an hour later because I was wondering why, I didn't get the win and like I wanted to know and what I was gonna work on in the
Mhm.
gym after. Um, and usually that's what happens when I win or whether I win or I lose. Like I finish a fight and I want to rewatch it like as soon as I can just to like know why. And I never like it. I'm never sore from the loss like for more than a couple of hours. But this fight, yeah, like frustrating for many reasons. First one, I feel like I failed myself because I wasn't able to like push the way I should have been able to because I didn't train properly.
Does
Um,
that have to do with, and not that you have to get into details, but does that have to do with what you were talking about yesterday, that maybe you weren't in a good relationship or a time?
mhm.
Was that part of it?
Yeah,
No.
definitely. And I think when you're in it, you don't realize it.
Yeah, good call.
You don't realize why you feel that way, and you don't realize why, like, something that you really love now, you like feel like you're kind of stuck in between two worlds, and you have to make a decision, and then
Sure.
you're trying to do both, and it's not working out.
Either
So
way,
that's why,
something's gonna
yeah,
hurt. Either
yeah,
decision you make. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
yeah. But yeah, and but I rewatched the fight because I was in November after I said I wanted to fight again, and me and my coach rewatched it, and it was the same kind of conclusion of like it kind of sucks because we look at the fight and we're like unable to pick like in in a like strategic, technical way, like what I should have done differently because I look so gassed.
Right.
Like,
What you should have done differently is
uh,
had more cardio. That's it. then you could have
exactly.
picked apart the
Yeah.
rest. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's a good, everything is a learning experience, and I definitely will not make that mistake again. And clearly I've not been making that mistake recently.
Clearly. And
Yeah.
maybe for the right reasons, maybe that mistake was there for the better.
Hmm.
You know, like
Yeah.
look at what just happened last weekend. I mean,
Hmm.
at the time it sure stings. You put in all this work and whatnot, but maybe for yourself it worked out
Yeah.
for the better.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like for real that it's like, yeah, everything's an experience. I think you learn from everything, you grow from everything. I think that that was necessary for me to like go through, and then the year that I took off also, because I think like it allowed me to deal with a lot of things in my life and my mindset, and to kind of like when I took the decision to come back, to hit for me and for the good reasons,
Yeah.
like not for other reasons, like for the right reason, because I love doing this and because I love the training, which is also 98% of what we do,
Very
right?
true.
So
Very true. At the most, you
yeah,
spend 15 minutes in the ring, but you spend 15,000 hours getting ready for those 15 minutes.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, oh shoot, I forget what I was just gonna say on that. But that's okay. Move on. I gotta ask. Listen, I myself have a little bit of ink on me. I see you have a tattoo or two on you. Uh,
Yeah.
I gotta know what the hell is it like getting tattoo on your eyelids?
Oh, it's so funny because I get that question a lot, and it's like it takes a minute. So it's really not that bad, but it makes you cry a little bit.
I believe that. Sure. um. So, do you know how many tattoos you have?
No, I have
No.
too many now.
Yeah. Sure.
I the Yeah, the other day I was talking with some friends about like tattoos and how much it costs, and I was like, I don't want to know how much I spent.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. Um. Do you have a favorite?
Ooh, do I have a favorite? I really like the bee that I have on my hand.
Oh, nice. I guess I never
Yeah,
get to see
that's
that. It's always in gloves.
yeah, because it's always in glove. I really like it. Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite. I didn't really think too much about it to get it, but it's like I love that it's on my jab and like
Sting like a
stings a
bee.
little bit.
Sure.
Hmm.
I'm sure a
Yeah.
few up there can attest to that having a bit of a sting on that hand. Before we just get to the end here, Morgan, I know we're at an hour now from yesterday. Can you tell us who are your three favorite fighters of all time and why?
Ooh, I'm a very bad fighter, like fight nerd. I'm not a fight nerd. I will say it's not a surprise. I really love Anwar Kasamrit. I
Oh,
just think like I've
obviously.
met him. I've like gotten advices from him in the past. I've seen his fights. I've been to Kasamrit, so for sure, like
Right.
I really love like his style and his hands for sure.
The Iron Hands of Siam.
Yeah, yeah,
Coming
definitely.
to Canada too. Hey, did you
Um,
know that?
yeah, I know he's coming. He's gonna come to Montreal, so
Nice. There you go.
uh, yeah, looking forward to it. He came in 2018, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he came in 2018, just a little bit before the Nationals, or no, 2019. He came in 2019. But yeah, so I'm happy that he's gonna come again,
Yeah, me too.
give us some good boxing, Muay Thai boxing style.
Yep.
Oh, three favorite. Hmm, such a bad fight nerd. I
If you can give
I
us
guess
one more,
like
I'll take it.
yeah, I mean I don't think that would surprise anyone, but I'm someone who really likes like forward fighting kind of
Mhm.
meathead
Mhm.
style. So I definitely would say Ratang like is a person I enjoy watching fighting.
Sure.
I just anyone who's got good hands, like please give me more, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, so yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Mhm.
Well, there you go.
Mhm.
Who else? Who else? Some brilliant hands out there. I'm just trying to think.
I
Um,
used to really love watching Stem Vertex fights.
oh yeah. Yeah.
She's been off for a bit, just because I found like she was like very versatile. Back when one was kind of just starting. Like I love how she was able to adapt like Muay Thai and K1.
Yeah. And like
Um,
you said, feisty. She was quite scrappy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I love
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
love a good scrap.
There you go. Clearly. um. All right. So out of curiosity, what if you weren't fighting? Like you seem to be a
Hmm.
very coach-minded, philosophical person. I'm just if you weren't a Muay Thai fighter, let's say you take that after that year off. And by the way, that year off is usually a fork in the road. You come back or you don't. So
Yeah.
let's per se you didn't. You decided, you know what, this is the end. I'm not coming back. What would you be doing?
Mhm. I would probably be like deep inside it, deep doing my master. In sports science, and then probably doing a PhD after that. I don't know. It's really hard to like know what you would do if you
Sure,
weren't, right?
sure, sure. Uh, um,
But yeah,
I guess you asked that question to find out, I guess, what do people think that they would like to do if it wasn't fighting?
yeah,
I know. I don't
yeah.
know. Anything working at
Yeah.
being a fisherman. I who knows?
I really don't know.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
I got you. What would you what when you think of your best performances or your favorite fights of yours? Which ones come to mind?
Mm. Definitely the one with Hope uh, for the WBC belt. Definitely one of my favorite fights. I really love the one I had with Stephanie too.
Yeah, nice. Both.
That was right after that.
Yeah, and to be honest, that was my
Definitely.
first time being introduced to you. Those two fights,
Hmm.
and it was after during that fight with Hope. Like that's when I started to become a fan. Like, holy shit, I've never heard of Morgane before, but
Hmm.
I really started paying attention and being a follower since then.
Yeah, so it's like those two definitely my favorites, just because it's like, well, it was two different type of fights, but I think like those two fights in like my development as a fighter were like fights where stuff in my style kind of clicked, you know.
Hmm.
I was just really like the whole Quinn fight. I think what it was just like my first pro fight. It's kind of like I was just happy to be there to have done it. I thought I did a good performance. Definitely things that I could have done better, but I think I gave her a good fight, and she gave me a good fight as well. And then Stephanie was just kind of a like I love the last minute fight uh, type of fight camps where it's like you have 2 weeks to get ready. So
Cheater.
uh, and then like I did a good fight, like I
Yeah,
definitely won. So
yeah, yeah.
so yeah, definitely top two favorite fights. Like,
I would say that my favorite fight of yours was when you fought for the capital punishment title.
oh
After
yeah,
after seeing you win some um not easy fights, that's not fair, but very very one sided. After seeing you lose
mm,
one sided and close fights, I could say that that to me was the one fight where I felt like your own poise, like you made
mm,
yourself look like you're 6 feet tall, that you can't be hurt,
mm,
that you could fight 40 rounds no problem. Like to me
mm,
in Ottawa, that's when I thought I saw you like, and maybe it was the break
right,
coming out of the break where I really saw
yeah.
like you were a lion playing with food in there, and it looked like you knew it.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, and I think for that fight, so many things played in like that feeling, right? Like first, I was a year out, and it was like I'm coming back, you know, kind of like watch me do my thing, and like I'm not going anywhere type of feeling.
yeah,
But
yeah, very
also,
much.
it's like it was in Ottawa, and like so many people came down from Montreal, which is like it was the first time in like 4 years that I fought so close
Nice.
to home. So it's like not only people from Montreal, but also like I have a lot of people I know in Ottawa. Like there was so many people there. I felt like I was at home as well, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was, yeah, that was a good
Nice.
fight for sure.
And
Mm.
shout out to Ben Pride and the crew at Westside and Capital Punishment for
Mm,
putting on that fight card and having me there and being able to commentate that fight. That was awesome.
yeah. Yeah. Shout
Um,
out.
when let's say when this whole thing is over and you're 104 years old talking to all these great grandchildren and telling all these stories, what what do you want on your resume? Like if you got to reach the highest that you're like of Muay Thai or whatever it is with fighting, what would you want to be on your resume? What accolades?
Like what? Mm,
RWS champ, IFMA world champ, one
yeah.
championship, anything.
Yeah. Definitely. I really want that green and gold.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I think like if I could finish 2025 with the WBC Canadian title, I'd be really happy. I think like that's like number one, and then I want like to get the North American title, hopefully a world title, and then RWS next time I come to Thailand. I think that's like definitely possible. So
yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool for sure.
What what weight do you normally fight at again? Like 118 or 120?
118. I
118.
think so. Yeah, I think Kieran's looking for the 122 title now for WBC Canada. If Kate can't do the fight, but for me, ideal weights are between 115 and 120 for sure.
And I'm not trying to pick
Mm.
fights or nothing, but what is Kate weigh? Do you know? She's around that, no? 120?
Yeah, I think Kate's down to fight, but I think she's got things on her plate right now.
Yeah,
Maybe I
100%.
don't know. She's getting married.
Yeah,
Uh, but we've
very good
talked
fight.
about it before. Yeah, I think it would be a good fight.
Agreed.
I think she's got a nice tank. Like she's good at like putting a good pace, and I think both our style would like make an interesting fight
You
for
bet. They're
sure.
both boxing heavy, and yeah, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree. Both can clinch. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Awesome. All right. How about sponsors? You got any sponsors? Anybody you want to shout out here?
Sponsors. I got Leonie from Leonie North America.
Thanks for.
From
I've never known.
Montreal.
I've never known how to say that. Thanks for helping me there,
Leonie. Yeah.
Leone. Okay,
Yeah, they've been like helping out since I would say 2022, I think, with
nice.
camps. Always like pretty good gear. Yeah, they've been the ones like in my corner. I'm still looking for sponsors, so if anyone out there wants a little bit of promo, on my Instagram during fights. But yeah, but aside from that, Leonie.
All right. Hey, no, it was nice to have a loyal sponsor. But listen, after that little
Mhm.
clip from last weekend, I bet there's some people that would like to be part of that team.
I hope so.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
bet. You bet. Okay, and everybody gets one shout out. One, you can only shout out one person. Who is it? You get one.
Ooh. I mean, shout out to Ryan, my coach. Sorry, I shouldn't
You can
probably
say
say
fuck shit, whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Swear.
Well, incredible human being. He just got a kid this year.
Congrats,
Was it
right?
this year? I'm very bad with days, but he got a kid really recently, and still shows up for us, and makes it work. And it's great for me. It's incredible that he's able to make time in his life for us, us fighters, and like came all the way to Italy, just to be in our corner. And like, I think, yeah, shout out Brian.
Nice.
Mm.
For those who don't know, of course, if you listen to this, you probably do. But sacrifice isn't just from the fighters; it's also from the coaches.
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. All right, Morgane, is there anything else you want to talk about before we're out of here?
No, I think covers most of it.
Awesome. Awesome. Listen, I love that we finally got to do this. I've got to commentate several fight cards. I love watching you fight.
Mhm.
I'm a fan. I've broken down fights of yours, so commentated with you as well. So it's nice
Yeah.
we could sit and do a podcast.
Hmm.
Um,
Amazing.
Now listen, it never has to be one and done. When you have some, even if it's just for 10 minutes or whatever, if you have another fight coming up or when you do or post win, I'd love to have you back on. We can talk about it real quick and see where Muay Thai life brings us.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
I'd be super down.
Let's do it. All right, Morgane. Well, thank you very much for doing that. First time I had to do a 2-day podcast, but we did it.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
Thanks very
thanks.
much, guys. Up on Tuesday, Mr. Eric Rocha. So we're going back out east again. So looking forward to it. All right. Thanks, Morgane. We'll talk soon.
Hey, thanks. Bye.
Bye.